Welcome back live at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It's the Rant, Cayden McFarland, Al Jerkins. We've talked OSU. Now it's time to talk OU. And I kind of, here's my analogy. My F-150 broke down the other day after 203,000 miles. OU breaking down like my F-150.
Yeah.
Fuel pump, brakes gone, transmission, see you later. Engine goes kaput. Even the accessories for OU went kaput.
Right. Nothing worked.
Nothing worked.
They left that F-150 there in Orlando.
They did. And I didn't even talk about the flat tires.
Yeah.
Everything that could possibly go wrong for OU went wrong. Bob Stoops' decisions on the second punt, and then there were other decisions that didn't make any sense. The play calling was criticized all year long. The only thing that went right for OU this season, in my opinion, was P. Ryan.
Yeah.
Only thing that went right.
I still don't know what to make of this whole thing. And what makes it really, really difficult to wrap your brain around is the fact that it was only a year ago that they beat mighty Alabama. And Trevor Knight looked like a Heisman candidate. We all said so, and they were the Big 12 preseason favorite. They were 11-2 1 year ago. This year, with the schedule lining up, it was everything they wanted. You end up going 8-5 with 2 34-point losses and 3 losses in games that you absolutely could have won. You didn't find a way to close out teams when you had a chance, and then you got outclassed a couple of times. It's not Oklahoma football,
Everything failed. Couldn't kick a field goal.
Yeah.
Couldn't get a 4th and 1.
Several times, TCU
I want to ask
State.
the audience, as hyped up as OU fans had been after the Alabama win in the Sugar Bowl, you feel as equally downtrodden because you got beat so bad in this game. Because we got excited about OU, should we be as discouraged about OU after this loss to Clemson?
Hard to know. This guy's got the 7 national championships.
It means nothing, I'm told.
Yeah.
The loss to Clemson means nothing.
They're still bad.
They're still bad, okay. All right, I get it. I get that part of it.
Yeah. Is it over for Stoops? You know, the question we were asking at the beginning of the year.
Over for Stoops in what regard?
Well, let me get there. Had Stoops found his second win? That's what we were asking him at the beginning of this season. He said, hey, we've had pretty decent wind. That was his quote, talking about all the 10-win seasons with Landry Jones. But we thought that they had turned a corner with that 11-2 season and the beating of Alabama. I'm wondering now if there's no way they'll ever get back. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying Stoops is going to field terrible teams going forward, but does this season and this loss kill your confidence with regard to him ever getting back to the top? Not saying that he can't have 6 or 7 more really good seasons or decent seasons at OU.
I think even Joe Castiglione is getting a little frustrated with the status quo as to how Stoops handles things. Like, you can only talk about, we've had an average of 8 wins a season ever since I've been here. We've won Big 12 championships 7. That is getting old. People don't want to hear that anymore. This is Oklahoma. This is supposed to be a tradition-rich school. So you created the monster, yes, but you are supposed to continue to feed the monster. That's why 85,000 people pay $100 a ticket to go watch this team play. That's why they have expansions of stadiums. That's why they have television networks. Let's face it, OU is supposed to be. Now, OU fans, I think, are a little worried that this is going to turn into Nebraska South, where you're just not as significant nationally as the Alabamas, as the USCs, as the Ohio States. They used to be one of those premier, talk about every single season, have a chance to win the national championship. Is OU losing that cachet right now? I think there are people that are worried about that very situation.
I want to get your opinion on exactly what went wrong this year. Mine is there was a miscalculation, and they went 11-2 last season and thought that Sooner Magic was back. Remember, Sooner Magic was on the T-shirts after they beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. I think they thought they had turned a corner, and in reality, they had to squeeze every ounce of talent out of that group last year to win 11 games. They won the Bedlam game, and it was brilliant, but they weren't necessarily a better team than Oklahoma State. They won the Alabama game, and that was a brilliant game plan, but they weren't necessarily better than Alabama. Well, we know they weren't better than Alabama program-wide. if you zoom out and take a look at the whole thing. To me, they needed to coach and play the exact same way this year, and I think the kids came out, and the coaches as well, with kind of a sense of entitlement. Thought they had turned the corner, and hey, we're back, we're a top 5 or 6 team again, and they weren't quite there. And they needed to be on point and just as sharp this year as they were to go 11-2 last year, and they weren't at all.
Is Bob Stoops going to fire his brother? No. That's not going to happen.
That ain't happening. Heupel's the only move, and I don't think he'll fire Heupel
his
either.
brother. Okay, we're getting a couple of
yeah. They're not happy.
Now see, these are the same fans that said, you know what, we got to get rid of Venables, get Mike Stoops in here and kick some booty.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's not happening. Yeah. Now the rumors are that Kish is going to be let go, that Norvell is going to be let go, that Heupel is going to be somewhat moved, not off out of the system. Anyway, now I understand we have to take a commercial break because we're running out of time here, but I know there's some...
we didn't solve anything. We didn't answer it for OU. That's the bad news.
Okay, good thing we have 4 more of these shows
That's right,
that we will continue doing.
We'll keep talking about it.
All right, we need to take a break. I do want to remind you, though, that here at the Hard Rock, they've got tickets for Kevin Nealon, whose show is coming up on January 15th. The ZZ Top Show is sold out. So is Loretta Lynn. So is Frankie Valli. But there are also tickets available for Jenny McCarthy's Dirty, Sexy, Funny.
Whoa.
Okay. And also, each and every Saturday night, they're giving away $20,000 here at the casino. The Hard Rock folks have been great to us so far, and it will continue on. We will continue our rant right after this, so stay right where you are.